Hi, this is Nicole Christie, and welcome to Women's History Month. I wanted to especially take some time, first of all, as a woman, as a business owner, to just give a shout out to women all around. But today I want to give a shout out to single parent mothers. And I did some research, and I was actually kind of surprised about who are some famous single mothers, and we probably don't know about them because people don't talk about them, or maybe some of them are back in history. But I think it's important to kind of highlight these people, and I'm just going to highlight a couple of them because sometimes being a single mom, you're trying to do both mom and dad roles. You're trying to manage things financially, make decisions about the child or children, and you're doing it all on your own. And I know for a fact it is not easy to get up every single day and everything's on you. Every decision is on you, every good thing is on you, every bad thing might be on you. Whatever happens, it's on you because you can't share that burden with someone else. And so I'm just here to encourage you to know that there's so much that you can do, there's so much that you can accomplish, and do whatever you need to do to get yourself support. If the people in your inner circle are not blood related to you, fine. Sometimes that's even better. But whatever you have to do to make sure that you are a success in your motherhood, but also in your womanhood, don't forget that you are also an individual. These children are going to grow up just like we did, and they're going to go out on their own just like we did. And then you'll just be left with you. You'll be left with, okay, what do I do? Who am I about? And so motherhood is probably one of the single best things anyone can do. And it is a blessing, it's a gift, and it's amazing to bring another human being into this world. But it is not the only gift, it is not the only contribution we women can make to society. And we've made so much more, given so much more to this society, had so many more contributions, and we can do incredible things even as a single mom. So I've got this list, and I'm going to look at it and I'll give you a couple of names. So Marie Curie, she was the first woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize, and she had a daughter at age 9 and her husband passed away. And so she was a single mom. She made significant contributions to society, and she was a single mom. Sheryl Crow, who was, an artist some years ago, and she's probably still around. She didn't get married. She didn't get to, have this, husband and picket fence or have a partner and, raise a family. So she decided to adopt 2 children on her own. And, she made a contribution. She gave homes to 2 kids who didn't otherwise have a permanent home. And we also have Mary Louise Parker. She was an actress, and her child's father left her when she was 7 months pregnant, and she went on to raise that child. But the person that stood out for me the most, that I had no idea was a single mom, was Sojourner Truth. Now, she worked through the abolitionist movement. She was born a slave. She gained her freedom, and she went on to be an activist. She was an activist against slavery, and she was also an activist for women's rights and for, women's acknowledgement to be a woman. And I had no idea she was a single mom. And she actually took a man to court, a white man, and I'm not trying to get into race things like that, but as a black woman, she took a white man to court and won the freedom of her son in court as a black woman. And we're talking about the 1800s. And I am just shocked by that, as kids would say, shook, because I'm thinking to myself, this is not 2000, this is not 2024, this is in the 1800s. She was a slave, and she was also a single mom, but She took no, all of that was adversity for her. It had to have been. It could not have been easy to actually go through society as a black person, as a woman, as a single mom, but took somebody to court and won. Oh, that spoke to me. That truly, truly spoke to me. So I just want to encourage you that as a single mom, you are boss. You are doing the thing. If you keep that kid alive every day, pat yourself on the back. If you made sure that they ate and they've got a roof over their head and they actually got to school, kudos to you. Everything else, yes, that could be extra, seeing if they could get into Yale, really kudos to you. But every day that you have successfully been a parent, give yourself a hand. Tell yourself you did it, you are doing it, and you can do it. But just know that single momhood is a part of who you are, but there are these gifts. There are these things inside of you. I'm a firm believer that God put gifts in all of us, and we all have purpose. And so take the time to figure out your purpose. Even while your kids are running around, I remember my best friend, she'd go into the bathroom and close the door, and literally her kids would knock on the door, "Mommy, mommy." She's like, I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment. And sometimes she's just sitting on the phone with me in the bathroom. Wherever you have to go to find that quiet time, calm yourself and say, what else can I do? What else can I be? What else can I do to contribute? What can I do to make myself even happier than I am now? And just realize single momhood, and this does apply to DAPS, but it is Women's History Month. Let's be clear. No matter what, don't think that this is the only thing that you can do, or maybe you made a mistake in this relationship. We all have. But just understand there's more for you. Sojourner Truth was a black woman in the 1800s fighting for equality, fighting for freedom. And so you can do it. And she did it as a single mom. So I'm not saying you got to be a Sojourner Truth. I'm not saying you got to be a Sheryl Crow, but be mighty in your community. Be significant in your circle of friends. Be that person that has something to offer. And especially knowing that you have been able to keep your kids alive and well, that is significant. Guess what? There's even more that you can do. So again, celebrate Women's History Month. Do some research on your own like I did. I thought it was so cool. And just realize that we're here. We are significant. And even though society may not always recognize us for who we are and the quality of being God has created us to be, doesn't mean that we're not. I don't care what anybody else says. You are somebody. You can do something. You can do more than you've been told. So celebrate your month, celebrate you, and do something special for yourself. Again, happy Women's History Month.